Welcome back to day 2. Now yesterday we, for our homework, wrote down the things that we know are bothering us, the things that we are suspecting are bothering us. Did anybody find things they didn't suspect? Have you started removing those things from your diet? That's really important. Just knowing it isn't going to help, right? We got to get it out. So take those things and get them out of your diet now, if you haven't already, so we can start this process of healing. Today, day 2, we're going to talk about causes and triggers. Causes and triggers. A lot of times when we are honest with ourselves, we've known all along some of the things that have been causing our problems, right? But it's hard to take that step because we know it's going to be hard. It's a journey and it's going to be hard. But anything worth doing is not easy, right? So that's why we start where we are, use what we have, and do what we can. And we're here right now, so we're going to start right now, right? So we've removed, I'm hoping we've removed those items that we wrote down yesterday for our homework from our diet. Today we're going to talk about the causes and triggers. And general triggers are GMO'd foods. Now, that's just a given. Those need to come out of our diet, period. There's no questioning whether that's good for us. We know that. GMO'd foods got to go. Soy, gluten, sugar, dairy, eggs, nuts, and alcohol. All common triggers. The majority, those are pretty much all the items that are usually food sensitivities or food allergies. Excuse me. And to figure it out, we've got to get them out, right? So the question, though, is, do you think you have a lot of these? Do you think about it? Are these items that are striking a chord with you? Are you like, oh God, I have all of those? Well, maybe not. But if you are suspicious of all of these and your symptoms are pretty severe, you might want to consider an elimination diet. Now, an elimination diet is where you remove all of these items for a matter of 2 weeks or more. Usually 2 weeks will do it. But then you add back in one at a time each item for a matter of 3 to 5 days and see how your body reacts. If you don't have any reaction, then it's good. If you do, then you know, the dairy's no good for me. I thought so, but now I know. Maybe you'll find out that it was eggs, not dairy, that was bothering you. That's what the process is. Now, an elimination diet is hard, no doubt. I'm not going to lie to you about that. It's hard because you take all that stuff out of your diet and it narrows it down to what you can eat. But it's only temporary. And it's well worth it if you can figure out what the problem is, right? So if you're suspicious that you might need an elimination diet, let me know. Reach out to me, PM me, go out to the Facebook group. Let's talk about it. The more I know, the more I can help. So let's talk about it, let's figure it out, and we'll go from there. If not, let's move on to the causes and triggers. There are also some pretty common causes for the damage that started us out on this road, right? The damage that has happened a long time ago, right? Maybe a long time ago. Things like bad diet, infections, toxins. Toxins meaning toxins in our food, in our air, in our relationships, in our career, our workplace. Those kind of toxins cause a low-grade stress that is not good for us. Our bodies don't like being stressed that much. Hormones, medications, mold, candida. Candida is an overgrowth of yeast in the body, which wreaks havoc on our systems. Gallbladder removal, stress, gluten, sugar, alcohol, and dairy. And that's just to mention a few, but those are the most common. It's quite a list, right? But it's worth taking a look at. So that being said, we're going to talk about today's homework. I want you to go home. I want you to go and think back throughout the history of your life. And I'm not kidding. Unless you have just had digestive issues starting in the last couple months, it's likely you're going to have to go back a ways. So go back and get your little notebook and write down the answers to these. When did your symptoms start? What was going on in your life at that time and around that time that you started getting sick? What was happening? And refer to this list of things that might have done it. Were you sick? Were you stressed? Were you in a bad relationship? Were you in an abusive relationship? Did you lose a close family member or friend? Those are trigger moments. Have your symptoms changed since then? Have they gotten worse or better? So take those, write them all down, refer to the PDF that I've sent with it, and do that. Go out to the Facebook group, do your day 2 discoveries, and we'll talk about it. Then tomorrow, we're going to talk about symptoms. So we're going to start to make some sense of this. We're going to go with what you know has happened is bothering you, what yesterday's homework, what you know is bothering you, you suspected. You've removed those from your diet. Today we're going over when it happened, what was going on, has it changed? Tomorrow we're going back to symptoms, but we're going to start to see a difference. By tomorrow you should start feeling some reaction, not reactions, but a difference in how you're feeling because those first things have been removed. So I will talk to you tomorrow. I'll talk to you on Facebook. So do your homework and I'll see you in a bit. Bye.